Hi, I'm Brooke Westcott, and today I would like to talk to you about my persuasive speech. I did my persuasive speech over chewing tobacco, and my thesis statement was just don't use chewing tobacco. And the purpose of the speech was to persuade someone to not using chewing tobacco. So, going into the speech, I was kind of nervous because I had never done a persuasive speech before that was serious. Like our sophomore year we did ones, but it wasn't that serious. So I think my topic was something like why you should buy something silly. And so that made me a little nervous. And then to make sure my ethos was high in this speech, I made sure I was using credible sources, I dressed up, and I used language that my audience could understand. And then I felt like I was prepared because we brought our camera and we brought our tripod and we had our 3 audience members and we made time, so that was good. And then we didn't have any problems uploading them to YouTube, and we all got them uploaded on time. And then when I'm organizing, one thing that really feels off to me is citing the sources, because I had never done that before orally, so that's always something that throws me off. But going first and holding up a 1 and then going second holding up a 2, that kind of makes sense to me now, and it's really nice to it makes you memorize your thesis statement so you're not scrambling to try to remember the wording in the middle of your speech. And then when I was considering my audience, I was speaking in terms that I knew they would understand. I know that in a persuasive speech, you're supposed to be like an expert on that subject and, know everything about it and all that junk, but I tried to keep the words to a level that I knew my audience would understand. And then afterwards, they told me I did a good job, and maybe they just said that because I was their friend and they didn't want to hurt my feelings, but I really felt like I did do okay. And then in my speech, I talked about how a lot of teenagers our age are switching over to either chewing tobacco or even the e-cigs, and I know that wasn't a part of my speech, but that was something that I felt was one of my most convincing arguments because it really applies to people my age and stuff like that. So I felt like that was a really convincing argument. And then I felt like I had effective logos, because I didn't say anything irrational, and I used logical sources and logical thinking. It wasn't anything crazy. And then I think for my next speech, I can definitely work on my citations more, and I'll probably always need to improve on that and maybe not stumbling over my words as much. And then I think that I did a really good job with doing the first, second, and third and stating my thesis statements. That's something that's really coming to me after this class. And then a page in the book I used, I always end up going to chapter 6 since that citation stuff really throws me off. So I always find myself looking back in the book, trying to see how to cite it right and how to say it right. And so that is how I felt about my persuasive speech.